There are a lot of pictures. Careful with that, careful with this, careful with this. I need my highlighters. Anybody see the highlighters? Highlights.
Did you hear about the wind symphony? Hey there. Be square, we know. But the wind symphony is something totally unique and right over your head. Come on, I'll show you.
All right, hey guys.
Behold,
How are we doing? Doing good? Did you have fun at recess? You're doing it's a beautiful day outside. So today we're going to be talking about nonfiction text. Nonfiction text is text that's real. Jonas, that means there's something that you can learn from it. It gives you information. So today, we're going to be reading about camels. Have you ever seen a camel in real life?
No.
Raise your hand if you've seen a camel in real life.
something that makes a lot of
I've
noise
never seen
when
a
the
camel
wind
in real
That's
life.
so far. I only see them in pictures.
Santiago said they're so far away. Where do they live? Do we know? Do they live here in America? No. They live in the desert. We're going to learn about camels a little bit more, and we're going to be able to complete a writing about them. So we're going to organize our ideas based on the topic of the story. We're going to come up with a main idea and details that supports that main idea. So as we're reading through the story, we're going to read together. I want you to pay attention to what the story is about, okay? So I'm going to give everybody a copy of the story. There you go. Perfect. All right, so first we have to read the story. So put your finger on the first word. Let's read together. All animals have... Ooh, long word. That's a very tricky word. Adaptations. Say adaptations. We're going to learn what that word means as we read. So let's start over. All animals have adaptations that help them live in their habitats. Camels are desert animals. Oh, I just made a connection. We just said they were desert animals. I connected that to what I already knew about camels to what I found in my reading. So camels are desert animals that live in Africa and Asia to protect its eyes from sand. The camel has 2 rows of eyelashes. Good job. Yes, Mons. Muncie says their eyelashes are big. How do you know their eyelashes are big? Oh, you've learned it on the TV? So Muncie's watching TV and she learned some things about camels. And Jonas, she said that camels' eyelashes are really long. Next word. Camels can also close their noses or nostrils, that's these, nostrils, the holes in your nose, to keep the sand out. They can go weeks without food or water, so they store fat and water in their humps. Huh, I never learned that. Take a look at this picture of the camel on your page. What do you notice on its back? The humps. Yeah. The humps are those bumps on their back, yep. And in those humps, we just learned that they store water and fat. Yeah.
We'll put your name in the program.
Muncie says they're good walking in the sand. Next word. At night, the desert gets very cold. But don't worry, the camel doesn't. Camels have thick fur that keeps them warm. During the day, camels are hard workers and must have strong legs to carry heavy loads. Good. So we learned a lot of information about camels. So I'm going to hand out this piece of paper to you. We're going to organize our writing before we write our writing prompt. So I'm going to give you this graphic organizer. I want you to put your name at the top.
Ready for feeding, George?
Yeah. Muncie says, I noticed that there's the same one. So on our paper, we have the same one over here. I just made it a little bigger for us so it's easier for us to write. So write your name at the top.
I call this dinner is served. Opus 12. When the wind hits it.
When you're done, eyes on me, so I know you're ready.
George and Mr. Zulu arranged the pipes.
Good. Okay. What was the topic of this story? What was this story about? Camels. Good job. So the topic was camels.
We don't want just one ball, right? We want lots of balls.
That's what this whole story was about.
Oh, hang on then, balls.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see a camel in real life.
Unique.
Now
Bravo.
when you look at me,
I think we'll be ready.
I
Except there's no wind.
Good.
Oh, not
Now, in the beginning of the story, it said that the animals have adaptations that help them live.
Glass here.
Throughout the whole story, it spoke about camels and things that they have. To do what? What did all those things it spoke about help the camel do? It says they have long eyelashes, they have the humps in their back, they have thick fur. What do all those things help the camel to do?
Wednesday. That's no good. I need wind now. Oh boy, this is a disaster. Look, all those people are expecting a world-class symphonic event in
You forgot?
23
So let's think back. In the story, it says they have long eyelashes. What do those long eyelashes do?
George.
What do you think?
keep the sound
It protects their eyes, so it keeps their eyes from getting all sandy. It also says that they can close their nose or their, what were these called? The holes in their nose.
The bellows from the fireplace.
Nostrils. Good job. So they can close their nose and their nostrils to also keep the sand out. Were you gonna say something? Okay. Then it says that they can go weeks without water or food. What helps them to be able to go weeks without food?
Attention, please. Without further ado, let the symphony
Where did they store that extra stuff? Yeah.
George.
In their back, in their humps. Good job, Jonas. They stored the stuff in their humps so that they had food and water. They stored it there. It also says they have thick fur to do what?
It was working. Sort of.
Exactly. Because what keeps them warm, Jonas? What keeps them warm at night?
Wind symphony. George
Jonas?
bellowed until he could
What
bellow
keeps
no
them
more.
warm at night? They have thick what?
You're in luck, Mr. Glass.
Fur.
I was
Fur,
able to
good,
call
yes.
the 57th Street Whirlybird Squadron.
Okay.
Wind is
So
on
all
the
of these
way.
things help to keep a camel. All of these things help to keep a camel. Jonas,
Oh,
Muncie.
well.
All of these things help to keep a camel what? Could they live without these eyelashes? Because what would happen? Yeah. So they can't live without their eyelashes. Can they live without their food and water in their hump?
No.
Can they live without their nose?
No.
Can they live without their fur?
No.
So all of these things do what? They help to do what?
I tell you, maestros, when glass wants wind, glass gets wind.
All these things help to keep a camel. Okay. Okay. They help to keep a camel what?
On Saturdays, monkeys like to wash cars.
With these things, would they be able to live?
No.
No. So it helps to keep them alive. Good. So our main idea of the story, we learned about all different things, Jonas. Switch seats with Janice. Switch seats with Janice. I'll move your papers. Come sit here. All of these things help to keep the camels alive. So the main idea, we're going to write, these things help to keep
Welcome to the brand new
a camel alive. You can take a minute and copy this onto your paper. And then we're going to figure out the ideas together.
We'll take it.
Come on in. Best seats in the house. Okay, you can shut her off.
Great. This was weird. The car was turned off, but somehow it was still moving. Isn't it great? This is the best thing about an automated car wash. It's automatic. We're on a conveyor. Those rails have rollers under them to carry us through the wash. This is the first rinse. Now the big white.
Good job.
Here come the sun. Now the scrubbers. Oh, I love this part. Look at them go!
All right. Wait for Jonas to finish up. Good, you can freeze right there. Now let's go back to our story. I'm going to give everybody a highlighter. I'm going to give you a pink highlighter. On your graphic organizer, I want you to highlight this first word down at the bottom in pink. In the first circle, highlight that word detail in pink. Over here, sweetie. Right here. First one, yep. Good. Now we're going to go back to our story. And we're going to find one detail of something that helps to keep a camel alive. So let's look in our story, and we're going to use our highlighter to highlight that fact. What was the first fact of an adaptation that camels need to stay alive? With their eyelashes. So let's find where it talks about their eyelashes. Find the word eyelashes with your finger in the story.
Degradable soap. He even had some cars.
Oh, yeah, George. Let's make our own automated car.
Good, just put your finger on it, Jonas.
But where are we going to get a drive-through built?
Good job, Santiago. Good job, Mainz.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps fine for it. You were close.
Just do this and go to the other line.
There you go. Perfect. So we're going to highlight that sentence. Watch me. To protect its eyes from sand, the camel has 2 rows of eyelashes. You're going to highlight exactly where I highlighted. It starts with the word to and it ends at eyelashes. It starts at the word to and it ends at eyelashes. Good job, Max.
If you're washing cars,
Starts at the word to.
you don't want to wash them away. His fisher was too strong.
To protect its eyes from sand, then you're going to do that line as well.
Sprayed straight up. The water wouldn't leak or when it hit the
Yep,
cars.
just one strip. Perfect. You can close that highlighter and you can put it back in our highlighter bin.
The car at all.
Why is a car in a car?
But it did knock down a lot of vehicles.
Because this is where we store our highlighters. Next one, I'm going to give you a yellow highlighter. We're going to find a different fact.
They're gonna do the same.
One of my favorite colors is yellow.
I love yellow. Let's let go.
We're going to highlight our next detail.
That's cool.
Yep. Then we're going to go back into our story. What was the next fact that we learned? They have eyelashes that protect their eyes. What else do they need to stay alive? What do you think?
Now the car got wet.
What else did they need to stay alive? They had long eyelashes to protect their eyes.
Next comes what?
What else did they have?
What could make a good flapper?
Take a look at the story. See if you can find the next fact of something that they need to stay alive.
That's great, George. Now we're ready for the blah 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 part.
What do you think, Santiago?
Instead of going wrong, his soap went wrong.
Okay, the humps on their back. I want you to spy for the word hump. Hump.
So we start here.
Mm-hmm. It starts with a hump.
We just do it like this part, and we find it.
Good job, Janice. She found it. Put your finger on it once you find it. Good job, Months.
A tea sticker helped make great suds.
Wow.
Went past it, Santiago.
We got to go. And tell me when I am close.
You need to find it. There you go. Good job.
Right there in that line right there. The first word, home.
I better take a hot
You're lucky
shower.
you're such a good friend. We're going to highlight that sentence. They store fat and water in their humps. Watch me first.
Needed scrubbers.
We start with the word they. They store fat and water in their humps. Yep. Start at the word they and end at the word humps.
Where was he going to find something to make the scrubbers?
Yep.
Oh, hey, Mr. Squirrel! You came back for your shower.
Once you're done, I will take your highlighter.
Well, I guess you didn't want a shower after all.
So, an answer spun into something.
Wait.
Good, Janice. Stop right there.
George was ready to
Good
take
job.
his car wash for a spin.
You did perfect. Nope. Just highlight this word right here, humps.
Cars.
Yep, highlight that word right there. Perfect.
Also washed
I'll take your highlighter. Now I'm gonna give you a green highlighter.
You can get a yellow and green.
So we need 3 details. So our last detail is gonna be green. Highlight your graphic organizer in green so we know which detail we're looking for.
Well,
And we're gonna go back to our story. What was another way that camels stay alive?
food.
Okay, we said they store their food and water in their humps. What was another way that they help to stay alive?
But when his rollers were rolling,
Do you remember how they stayed warm in the cold weather? What did they need to stay warm, Jonas? Fur. fur. Did they have really thin fur or really thick fur? Thick fur. If it was thin, what would happen? He'll get cold.
Yeah.
But because it's nice and,
Big.
what's that word?
Fur.
Not big, it's nice and
Thick.
thick. Jonas, because it's nice and thick, they stay nice and warm. So let's find thick fur.
Who's that in here?
Thick fur. I hear a so I know it has to be a TH digraph. Thick fur. Thick fur. Not up there. It's after the yellow. It's after the yellow. Good job. Muncie found it.
Hey, a car wash.
And I lifted up and then
Good idea. Thick fur. Good job. Jonas found it.
I went down to see your amazing car wash. It's fantastic.
I'll give you a hint. It's right above the camel picture. So look for a TH digraph. TH ick. Thick. I want you guys to find it yourself.
I said,
Listen to what I'm saying. Above the camel. Above the camel. There you go, Janice. There you go. Perfect. All right. So it says camels have thick fur that keep them warm. You're going to highlight just like I did.
So we just don't need to color this one?
Yep. Look what I did. My model's right here, Santiago. My model's right here for your help.
Breakfast was George's favorite meal of the day. Along with lunch and dinner. George, could you pass the pepper, please?
Well done, Jonas.
Pepper always made George sneeze. Are you all right?
All right. So now we're going to go back to our graphic organizer. And we're going to make sure our details in our story are copied onto our graphic organizer. So we're going to copy the pink sentence into the pink box. We're going to copy the yellow sentence into the yellow box. And the green sentence into the green box.
Yes.
Easy peasy. You're going to do this by yourself. If you need help, I'll be right here to help you.
Yes.
So Jonas, what are we doing right now?
Food in an apartment?
Can you help me?
Writing what?
Bye, George.
Who can help Jonas? What are we doing? Janice?
George made quite a mess.
So you have to copy from this page onto this page based on the color. So you're going to write this sentence in the green box? Is that what you do? Where's the pink sentence going to go? Good, in the pink box. So copy pink to pink. Got it, Santiago?
George has been a lot of new days.
Where's this sentence going to go? Exactly. Go ahead.
How we spell pink?
And now,
Nope, you're copying this sentence. Right, nice and small, nice and neat.
George almost stepped on an ant.
Let me see this for a second.
And
Yes.
the man with the yellow hat was right. There was an ant in the apartment.
Nice and small, nice and neat.
There were 2 ants in the apartment.
Stay on those lines, okay? Santiago, let me make some lines for you.
There were a lot.
Nice and small on these lines, okay? Take your time. I don't want you to rush.
The ants were finding their food. George discovers that ants are good at
Perfect.
walking over.
Perfect. I'll give you time to copy all your sentences. And after we copy these sentences, we're going to turn this into a writing paragraph. Yep. We'll get it once we finish this. We might not get to it today. We might get to it tomorrow with the whole class. fewer.
I can't wait till the hospital.
Meanwhile, Pablo's outside checking the hallway, making sure it looks nice and tidy.